Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back. And as you can see, I'm back in Pacific Bay. But this time, I'm going to go back to Rhine Canyon. And I'm going to do case number 44, The Ties That Bind, in Elite Mode. This was my 100th case that I investigated. Matthew, I can't believe Spangler told us he'd help an alien escape, as if we'd ever believe that crazy talk. And now he wants us to meet him in some sort of festival in the middle of the desert? I checked. It's a gathering of weirdos who get their kicks from drinking beer and then burning a big statue. I know, Matthew, it makes zero sense, but you know, kids these days, makes you wonder, what is Spangler really up to? Why would he go to a place like that? And why does he need you? Something doesn't seem right. I agree, Matthew. I don't believe in aliens either. But I love a good mystery. Let's go to that festival. What the hell is up with this place, Matthew? Looks like those hippies just passed the ultimate acid test. And of course they didn't clean up after themselves when they left. The place is a mess. I really don't get why Spangler wanted us to come here. Can you have a look around and see if you can find him? I am doing some of my personal favorite cases from Pacific Bay, and I'm not going to go in any particular order. So if I go back to like case 10 or something, for example, just kind of expect that. Footprint, snail, and it's Colonel Spangler crab. Aha, star. Oh, come on. Can't we ever visit a place without tripping over a dead body? What are you saying, Matthew? Those medals, that mustache? You think it's Colonel Spangler? No, that's impossible. We've known Spangler for ages. He's always been around, and now you're telling me he's dead? I just can't believe it. Sure, I didn't like the guy, but he didn't deserve to end up burned to a crisp like this. It's so undignified. Why did he want us to come here? Did he know he was in danger? You're right, Matthew. To know what we're up against, we need to solve his murder. Hopefully this video camera you just picked up will give us a visual on what happened here. You'll just have to unlock it first. And you're right, this footprint is fresh and it's facing away from the murder, as if our killer fled the crime scene. Can you run it through the database, Matthew? I agree, there was definitely something written on that flyer, but don't expect me to work on that piece. You're the one with the magic skills. You're right, Matthew, I should behave. The Colonel's been killed for some mysterious reason and we need to solve this. Okay, I'm going to autopsy this, and I'm going to grab some stars, so be back. Alright folks, we're back. I'm going to examine the footprint first. Okay Matthew, these are the footprints you found at the crime scene. Once you're done running them through the database, we'll know more about the killer, I'm sure. Aha! army boots. 17 energy. Right on, Matthew. You found a match with the footprints the killer left at the crime scene. These are military boots. So the killer wears army boots. They think they can walk away from us, but I promise I'll soon put my own feet in their face. I'm gonna go with the flyer now. There we go. Only 9 energy. I guess I should say that's good work, Matthew. You've recovered this flyer's contents. So what's it about? I see, this is a flyer for the festival. It says, Peace, Aliens, Music, Alien Festival. So this is all about aliens, huh? The flyer also mentions the festival was hosted by a certain Ezra Hope. Oh, you know him, Matthew? You met Ezra in a previous investigation? Well, let's go bust Ezra's chops then. About the Alien Festival? Groovy, Sheriff Matthew. You came to join the festival. When we light up that big statue, the aliens will come and spread peace all over Earth. It's gonna be off the hook. So much for peace. An army colonel has been murdered at your festival. His name was Colonel Spangler. Whoa, bad karma. He was a military guy, you say? We don't see many of those around here. We're all about peace and welcoming the aliens to our planet. Nothing to do with war. You keep talking about the aliens coming. You know they don't exist, right? Rude, dude. Listen, I don't know anything about this Spangler guy, and I don't want trouble. I just hope you catch whoever did this so the festival can go on. Namaste and good luck. Video camera. Oh no, R07. There we are. On a roll, Matthew. You unlocked the video camera you found near Spangler's body. Oh wait, you're right. There's a video running and Spangler's in it. We'd better watch it. Sheriff Matthew, if you're seeing this, it means that I'm dead. I knew it was a risk when I decided to help the alien escape. But I needed to keep them from turning this poor alien into a lab experiment. I know we didn't always see eye to eye, but I respect you, Sheriff Matthew. Please, you need to finish what I started. You must protect the alien. Go to the Oasis and everything will become clear. But remember, whoever killed me will likely come after you too. Be careful, Sheriff Matthew. Now that's unexpected. So Spangler was willing to die to save another person's life. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy after all. Don't you think, Matthew? But all this alien stuff still sounds crazy, and it also sounds like it cost Spangler his life. He said we would find answers at the Oasis. I agree, we should head there immediately. Alright? Faded paper, bike, crate. Aha! You notice I have the Dalmatian again. That's because I kind of gonna go buy a different thing for now. Wow, is that a crate of weapons? Looks like Spangler came here prepared for war. If you want to search through it, be careful. But what about this paper? It was addressed to Spangler, but the rest of the message is faded. I know, we should recover what this message says. And when I say we, I mean you. Grab some stars, I'll be back. Alright, I got me 9 stars. Let's examine the box of weapons. A GPS beacon. Spangler was beyond paranoid, and he carried enough army gear for a whole squad. Anyway, find something useful, Matthew? Oh no, another device? Just my luck. This device is like a tiny radar. Seems pretty useless anyway. I never know how to make these things work. Maybe shaking it will do something. Freeze! Nobody move! Whoa! Drop that gun, whoever you are! What, Matthew? You know that man? Oh, I see. That's Agent Z from the Government Investigation Authority, the GIA. I just got a signal from one of the trackers I put on Colonel Spangler. Easy, cowboy. Spangler's dead, but please stick around. Sheriff Matthews got some questions for you. While he was tracking Spangler? So, Agent Z, you put a tracker in Spangler's belongings that kept you updated on his every move. Why? I am not entitled to share this information with you. Hey, just because you're a fancy GIA agent in a $10,000 suit doesn't mean you can play smart with us. I guess it doesn't matter now that he's dead. Spangler went rogue recently. He allegedly stole material from his research and development site for a personal agenda. You know how sensitive the GIA is about secrets. We don't take chances. Even if a colonel disobeys, it means we have a situation. Spangler was under surveillance, hence the tracker, but it looks like he's not a problem anymore. Moment, guys. Examine the faded paper. Meet me here, 15332. You're done wasting your time on retrieving messages from old letters, Matthew? Oh, you're right. This letter was addressed to Spangler, and it says, meet me here. I take it here is the oasis, considering the picture. I wish I knew who sent this letter to Spangler too, Matthew, but there is no name, just numbers. Good idea. Numbers are Hannah's specialty. Let's send her this letter right away. Hours. Alright, I'll let these two run their courses. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's get the results of the letter. Matthew, I gotta admit, the numbers on that letter, which was addressed to Spangler, tested my resourcefulness. I ran a battery of tests, binary, post-binary, floating point algorithms, until I mistakenly tapped the numbers into our database, and it gave me Chief Marquez's profile. These numbers correspond to Chief Marquez's service number. She's the one who wanted to meet with Spangler. Andrea? Andrea wanted to meet up with Spangler? At his secret hideout? That had better not be for a secret date, or I swear I'll... Sorry, Matthew, I know, temper and all. And you're saying we need to have a talk with our chief. As a suspect? I guess you're right. We do need to treat Andrea as a suspect. It just seems so unbelievable. Oh boy. But I know who the killer is. And it's certainly not Chief Marquez. She was clear from the start. Hey Andrea, there's something Sheriff Matthew would like to talk to you about. Is it about Spangler's case? You found the killer and we can call it a day? Is that what you came to tell me? Not exactly. Matthew found this letter you sent to Spangler. And well, you know the drill. Collect clues, interrogate suspects. Oh, I understand. It's perfectly fine, Matthew. I will answer anything you ask me, and it's true. I met with Spangler. Why would you need to see Spangler? And why in the middle of the desert? I said I would answer all your questions, but I never said I would do it now. Sorry, Matthew, I just need some time. But be sure that sooner or later you will know everything. But Andrea... This is not up for debate, Frank. A killer is roaming free. Why are you still standing here? What do you think Andrea is hiding from us, Matthew? You're right, it's highly suspicious and frankly upsetting, but we should focus more on the facts and see how this investigation unfolds. Come on, let's get back to work. Yes, we will. And I'm going to speed this up. I've let enough time pass already. Hey Matthew, I'm sorry about Spangler. How are you holding up? It's sad and all, alright, but that doesn't mean we're going to go crying over his death. Right. Anyway, I'm not sure how the fire started, but it was violent. I'd say a Molotov cocktail, but you'll have to find remnants to be 100% sure. Spangler would have had more chance of escaping the fire if he hadn't been strapped with a spelunking harness in the first place. Spell a what? Spelunking, Frank. Caving, if you like. It's a hobby which consists of exploring natural caves, not for a city slicker like you. So the killer enjoys exploring caves? Well, I hope they can also dig tunnels, because that's one skill that could be helpful in prison. Okay, Matthew, Spangler used to ruin our day, but him getting killed is the frosting on the cake. I mean, we've been dealing with such weird stuff. Top of the list, Andrea's behavior is decidedly odd. She admitted she met with Spangler before he died, but she won't tell us why. There's also Agent Z, who was tailing Spangler and seems relieved that someone else took care of him. Matthew, here you are. I got something big. You gotta see this. What's with all the noise, kid? Deliver the facts already. I know where Spangler's alien is hiding. We'll get to Chapter 2 after this. Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back doing the ties that bind in Elite Mode, Case 44. Matthew, I know where Spangler's alien is hiding. I found encrypted footage on the video camera you found near Spangler's body. In it, Spangler says that the alien he's protecting is hiding in the cave. More nonsense from the old man. This alien gig is starting to get old. You better listen to Matthew, Frank. No matter how crazy Spangler sounds in this video, that cave is a solid lead to solve his murder. I sent the cave coordinates to your tablet, and I suggest you wear the right equipment because you don't go caving in a Hawaiian shirt, Frank. Okay, you got me. Let's gear up and go explore that cave. So you can see I'm at a ranking of 7. Pile of stones. Oh, there we are. Bottle. I gotta say, Matthew, crawling through there was a real pain, but the juice was worth the squeeze. This cave is amazing. Nice catch. This broken item looks promising. You think you can fix it? This pile of rocks is way less inspiring, though. Don't expect me to search through it. I'll leave that to you. The saying goes with this faded drawing. I don't care if it reads, leave that orb. Don't expect me to retrieve the rest of the message for you. Great, thanks a lot. I'll get a few stars, I'll be back. Okay. Finally got a few stars. Despite having to reboot my computer a few times. A diagram. What did you find under these rocks? Is that a guide to making Molotov cocktails? Still on the right track, Matthew. Since we know our killer used a Molotov cocktail to off Spangler, it's likely they read this guide to prepare. Yes, I can see there's a strange mark on the document. Think you could grab a sample of it? Alright. Pink substance. Neatly done, Matthew. You got a sample of pink substance off that Molotov cocktail diagram the killer left in the cave. Let's send it to the lab. Okay, 12 hours. Examine the faded drawing. Army not welcome, Ezra. Good work, Matthew. So what was written on that paper? Leave that orb. Army not welcome, Ezra. And it's signed by Ezra. Wait, is that drawing supposed to be Spangler? He looks even more dumb than the real one. Sorry, Matthew. It means Ezra didn't want Spangler to come to this cave. I'm with you. We gotta go grill Ezra about that threat. About to start against Spangler? Say, Ezra, Sheriff Matthew found your little drawing. Threatening a colonel? Doesn't sound very peaceful to me. Whoa, easy there, dude. Spango and I had a beef going on about the cave, alright, but this drawing I made is nothing to get upset about. That cave has ancient mystical powers. It's a gateway to alien civilizations. You bet I wanted to keep it safe from the military. They turn everything into a weapon. A gateway to alien civilizations? You think you can get away with mystical gibberish, punk? We know the killer went to that cave, and it might just be you. I just wanted to protect that cave. It holds the secrets for peace on Earth. You don't protect peace by killing. I even learned spelunking so I could guard it, and I'm claustrophobic. That took bravery, man. I'm not a killer. Nothing escapes you, Matthew. Ezra was wearing army boots, just like our killer, and he pretends to hate the army? Those hippies, they're so full of it. Alright. Broken artifact now. Voila! Amazing, Matthew. This strange device you restored looks like it was taken from a sci-fi movie. But we're far from Ivywood, aren't we? Let's send it to Hannah. "24 hours. I'm definitely going to speed this one up, but not right now. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's get the results of the pink substance. That substance you collected from the Molotov cocktail guide will give you a pretty good picture of what happened, Matthew. See, if I was a murderer, and I'm really happy that I'm not, the Molotov cocktail would be the last weapon I would choose. They're extremely hazardous, and there is no doubt that your killer burnt themselves when they set it alight. How do I know? Because that pink substance comes from burn treatment cream. Ha! Well, if the killer was stupid enough to burn themselves with their Molotov cocktail, they'll soon feel the burn of the law.
I discovered a red baby doll nightmare in the defendant's bathroom.
And I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up anyway. Matthew, I've never seen anything like that cube you found in the cave. This is incredibly advanced technology. I had to develop post-binary protocols to make it work, and let me tell you, that was no small task. Can you be clearer, kid? I assumed this hunk of junk was just an overly decorated paperweight. It's way more than that. That cube contained a massive amount of data, and I found something that will interest you. It's a tri-dimensional projection of Colonel Spangler and Randolph talking about a distant planet. I transferred the video feed into my tablet. Look. I found it, Colonel. That's my planet, Crep 9. Look, it's right here. That is your planet? Yes, Randolph transferred magnetic waves from the orb to the cube and got the map. You know what it means. Randolph can go home. Randolph, this is wonderful. Finally, there is hope. I promise you I will do all that is within my power to take you home, even if it's the last thing I ever do. Cool, we make pinky promise? Matthew, I can't believe what we just saw. So Randolph is the alien Spangler was trying to protect? He's the one we're supposed to save now? I know Randolph keeps telling everyone he's from Crep 9, but since when do we have to believe such nonsense? You're right, Matthew. The point is that if Randolph made Spangler believe all this crap, he's not as stupid as we thought he was. Let's go find him.
Well, yeah, so... Oh no, her daughter...
Talk to Randolph now.
So he tried to help her, but...
Randolph, Sheriff Matthew found the video in which you spoke to Colonel Spangler about your planet. He really believed you came from Crep 9, didn't he? Of course he did. The Colonel was Randolph's friend. Randolph is lost without him. I can never go back to Crep 9. Maybe Spangler bought your little alien running gag, but I'm afraid this won't be working with Sheriff Matthew. Now spill, what did you really need Spangler for? Please, be nice with Randolph. Spangler told Randolph that if he died, there wouldn't be anyone to protect me. But he also spoke about you, Sheriff Matthew. He said you were a nice earthling, and I know that soon you'll believe Randolph and help him. Okay, Matthew, this investigation is getting crazier by the minute. One more word about aliens and I'll be downing my entire flask. My well-balanced mind is strongly against it, but I guess you're right in that we should dig deeper into Spangler's delusions. Let's go back to the Oasis, where he had a secret hideout.
Little orphan Annie has nothing on you, Miss Kim. Objection withdrawn. Now, Ms. Kim, you testified under oath at a hearing that Detective Lupo was honest. You said, I can tell. I know him.
I said it because I was afraid of him.
So you were lying under oath.
My rank is not bad at 5th.
This is the actual truth.
But am I going to do another case in Grimsboro in Elite mode? I'm thinking about it. But considering that I have
I was given that diagnosis at a
about 3 days to until the next case is unlocked, I can do that.
It's so funny
I
because
wasn't given a DNA test.
I might lay up and wait for, and maybe wait for when I finish the case there.
He's just angry at
don't
me.
give her money. I can just wait
Police
till like the
complaints.
rest of your family.
Donahue of Portland, Maine, that you had a rare liver disease. The actual fellow of Atlanta, it was chronic anemia. Which is it, Miss Kim?
You seriously think you'll find something in that fish trap, Matthew? Well, you're the hero here. I'll let you handle it. Wow, this poster you just picked up reads, Terminate on Sight. This is serious. We gotta retrieve the rest of its content.
You said if I spent the weekend with you on your sailboat after the trial, you would help me. You gave me your word.
Judge, I had no idea she was going to do that. I'm declaring a mistrial so that she can do the same thing to the judge at a retrial.
Aha. Thank you, Colonel Spangler Pearl. Photograph. So what did you find in that fishnet, Matthew? A photo of a student? How did it end up there? There's a message written, Thank you, Colonel Spangler, and it's signed by a certain Pearl. You know this woman? Oh, I see. She's that famous archaeologist you met in a previous investigation. Don't dream. I didn't read your reports. I just heard Amy mentioning her. Anyway, what did Spangler do for that woman to make her so grateful? Right on, Matthew. Let's go talk to Pearl. Off the photo she gets Spangler. Pearl, Montana. Sheriff Matthew found this picture of you on graduation day. Weird thing is, you wrote a message thanking Colonel Spangler. Spangler is the reason I became an archaeologist. When I was 16, my parents sent me to an army summer camp in the desert. I was miserable until I met the colonel. Spangler asked me to help him find a lost Inca artifact, possibly of alien origin. I thought archaeology was boring until Spangler showed me how adventurous it all is. Spelunking into forbidden temples, exploring booby-trapped pyramids, or dodging falling boulders while running away. He taught me to always wear army boots. It lessens the chances of getting your feet crushed. You look surprised, Sheriff Matthew. I guess you haven't seen Colonel Spangler's fun side yet. But you'll see, he's quite the adventurer. Wow, I never heard someone say Spangler was so much fun before. I just always imagined him old and grumpy, and I feel bad for saying it, but you know he's been murdered, right? What? No, that can't be. Sheriff Matthew, Colonel Spangler made me who I am. Please find his killer and avenge him, or I swear I will.
Jim Anderson, cheating on his fiancée.
Yes, like him.
Or Detective Lupo, breaking his oath.
Yes.
And Josh Barton, Alex Donahue giving you money because men are only after one thing, isn't that right?
Yes, it's true.
And that makes them fair game, to make them pay, right, Emma?
My mother always told
Okay.
me if they want milk, they have to buy the cow.
Make them pay even if you have to lie.
Lie? What?
Well, that's what Daisy Chow discovered about you, isn't it?
Wait.
And you made her pay.
13. Whoa, that's Spangler on that poster. He was being hunted down. And you're right, to all agents, terminate on sight? That's gotta be from Agent Z's department.
You said.
I know we need to speak to him about this, but how will we find him? Unless, let's give that GPS beacon you found earlier another shake. It worked once after all. Don't move. Blimey, that really worked. This guy is just like a manservant you can ring for.
Please just help me. Won't anybody help me?
I'll get some stars, I'll be back. Alright, I got the rest of the stars. Let's talk to Agent Z now. Okay, big guy, time for some straight talk. We know you and your GIA pals called a manhunt for Spangler, so there's no use pretending you didn't kill him. Why would I kill Spangler when he was the only person who could tell me where the alien is hiding? Oh, please. You're sold on this alien gag too? But you're GIA. You must know that this whole thing is just a hoax, right? It is not a hoax. I looked all over the desert for that alien. I went through 3 pairs of army boots traipsing around. We don't care about your boots. If you have some juice on that alien thing, you'd better spill it. I am not at liberty to discuss this matter with you. Playing the robot card again, I see. But if you're the one who killed Spangler, Agent Z, Sheriff Matthew will find out. Alright, Matthew, I can honestly say that this is the weirdest investigation in my career. Everyone we've met seems to believe in those stupid alien theories. We discovered Ezra had a beef with Spangler about the cave because he thinks he can use it to communicate with the aliens. We also saw a video of Colonel Spangler promising Randolph that he would help him go back to his home planet. And I can't believe I just said that. And we know the government called a manhunt for Spangler, but we can't make Agent Z squeal. Matthew, we have a problem. Andrea is nowhere to be found, and I can't reach her. She's just gone. Oh. We'll find out if we can find her in Chapter 3. See you for that. Alright, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's go to Chapter 3 now. Matthew, we have a problem. Andrea is nowhere to be found, and I can't reach her. She's just gone. What? Andrea disappeared? That's not like her. She must have left a note, something. The only lead I've got is a GPS signature from her phone before she switched it off. It seems she was heading to that cave in the desert. I know, Matthew, something's not right. We interrogate Andrea as a suspect and then she vanishes? Something must have happened to her. We must follow her to that cave. She may be in danger.
You think this is funny, Samir? No. Sam, you're Yankee Doodle Dandy, right? You were born here. You don't appreciate this country. My father in Syria, who was locked up and tortured for 3 years. No explanation, no charges, no nice contract, nothing. He's asked to learn to his like this country to command. I'm pretty sure he'd be proud to know what you've done to him. No, he won't. Starting now, you are.
Aha! And I know that's Spangler on that ripped photo. Faded paper. Torn photograph.
Let's call.
Randolph's bag. Andrea's not here, Matthew. I don't like it. Quick, let's have a look at these new clues you just scored us. Let's start with that torn picture you just picked up. I trust you'll fix it up in a flash. Hey, there's Andrea's handwriting on this old article. She wrote, "All this time I knew it was... All this time it was you." The rest of the article is faded. I'm counting on you, Matthew. What do I care if Randolph left his bag here for grabs? It's got nothing to do with Andrea. If you want to waste time searching it, don't expect me to help. Great, thanks a lot.
You.
I'm just going to do it now.
You sure you can trust this guy? Think about it, you'll see. Stay on it. A little more salon.
Whoa. Matthew, that picture you just fixed shows Colonel Spangler, and he's burning? The flames aren't real, but it's sure reminiscent of the murder. There's a message, too. You burnt me, now you will burn. And it's signed by Pearl. So she lied to us. She didn't like Spangler. She hated him. Let's go grill Montana. Got our message to Spangler. Sheriff Matthew found this picture of the Colonel with your kind note on it, Mrs. Montana. You burnt me, now you will burn. Want to start explaining? I'm so stupid. I should have known you'd find this picture and accuse me of killing Spangler, Sheriff Matthew. I was just so upset when he denied me access to the cave. It was a big break in my career, but he wanted it as an asset for Army research and development. So you knew about the cave, and you felt angry enough to send such a threat to Spangler. I was just upset, that's all. I thought Spangler knew what the cave would mean to an archaeologist. I would have dreamed of hurting him. You've got to believe me. We'll keep an eye on you, Montana. Don't go anywhere for now. Let's go to Randolph's bag now.
Just don't hold it in your hand. That's if you want to keep it in.
Aha! A homemade gadget. Are you done digging through Randolph's bag? This weird gadget's totally random, like him. We don't have time for this. Oh, but you're right. There's an Army logo on that device. How did Randolph get his hands on Army property? Alright, you've got a point. This is suspicious. We better send this gadget to Hannah.
Run the wires all together.
Get a power source?
Right here. The remote control sets it off. Did you get a car yet?
It'll be here by 9.
What's the plan after that?
Okay, 18 hours. Faded press article now. Aha. You're done fixing that article, Matthew? Hey, I recognize that little girl. It's Andrea. The article says she claimed to have seen a UFO. Could this be about those weird memories of hers? And that soldier looks familiar. Oh boy, I didn't recognize him without a mustache. It's a young Colonel Spangler. The article says Andrea was interviewed, but that Colonel Spangler denied the existence of UFOs. Wait, does that mean Spangler didn't believe in aliens back then? Makes you wonder what changed his mind. Matthew, I was hoping you'd come. I'm sorry I left the station like that. Come back with me and I will tell you everything you need to know. Andrea, you're here. We've been looking for you everywhere. I was so worried. About the press article? But she's cleared. She doesn't have a burn mark. Thanks for agreeing to speak to me, Matthew. It's time I told you what I saw that day, more than 30 years ago. As you know, I only had hazy memories of that day, but after I found this article I went to meet Spangler, it all came back. We had an argument. I told him I was that little girl he bullied all those years ago, and as my anger grew stronger, glimpses of what I saw that day came back to me. What glimpses? What did you see exactly? Tell us what happened. Well, this is what I remember. 36 years ago. I'll be right back, Mom. I'm just getting my teddy bear. Wait, what's going on? Where am I? I am lost. Excuse me, are you the Tooth Fairy? What planet is this? Am I on Earth? Are you like an alien or something? Do you want to be my friend? My name is Andrea, and I am 6½. No, don't come any closer. Get back, get back. Please don't go. I just want to be your friend. And he got away, or she got away, I wouldn't know. I kept telling everybody about it, and that's when Spangler turned up. He made sure that everyone thought I was lying, or worse, crazy. Can you imagine what that does to a little girl? It ruined my childhood. Heck, it's ruined my whole life. Even today, I have severe trust issues because of it. Leaving aside the whole alien thing for a second, Andrea, why now? Why don't you suddenly remember that Spangler was behind this? I guess I buried everything that happened that day deep inside me, but after seeing that article, I couldn't lie to myself anymore. You know we're on your side, but honestly, how do you expect us to believe you? This whole story about the alien, it's nuts. Andrea, just tell us, did you kill Spangler? I'm not going to lie. There was a moment when I thought about killing the man who made my life miserable. But believe me, that's not who I am. Honestly, Andrea, I don't know who you are anymore. I'll let the homemade gadget run its course. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back. I'm going to speed this up already. So, homemade gadget. Results. Thanks for that gadget you brought me, Matthew. It's the perfect marriage between high and low tech. The central unit is Army property, but the rest of the machine was made from soda cans, straws, and a golf ball. Pretty amazing, don't you think? It was made to emit a signal through space, and it's still broadcasting the same message over and over. Calling planet Crep 9. This is Randolph. Calling planet Crep 9. When is this alien gag going to stop? How are we supposed to believe Randolph sent messages to the stars with a gadget made of junk? Good reasoning, Matthew. Spangler must have gotten this army device for Randolph. It means he took huge risks just to help him. We gotta go shake Randolph up about it. About using Army property for his device. Oh, you found Randolph's interstellar communications machine, Sheriff Matthew. Did someone call back? No, because aliens don't exist. What we'd like to know is how you got your hands on Army property. Did Spangler get it for you? Yes, Colonel Spangler stole it for Randolph. Now you know how much the Colonel loved Randolph. Spangler gave a lot of gifts to Randolph, like these brand new army boots. Randolph loves them. Randolph uses them as bookends. They're lovely. That's not exactly what army boots are made for. Don't be silly. Randolph knows what boots are for. I use them for spelunking too. They're perfect. You're a nice guy, Randolph, but something tells me you are way less stupid than you look. We'll be in touch. Don't go anywhere. This is no good, Matthew. We still don't know who killed Spangler, and all we've been doing is running into crazy alien stuff. I don't think we can give much credit to whatever Randolph babbled about Spangler helping to make contact with this planet. And please, I don't even want to talk about Andrea. Whatever happened between her and Spangler when she was a kid, I don't want anything to do with it. But no matter what crazy stuff people throw at us, I know you'll get to the bottom of this thing, Matthew. Let's go back to where it all started, the hippie festival. Time to put that case to bed once and for all. As you can see, my ranking is at number 4. So I know I'm going to see some podiums. Most likely a second place. If I can play it right. Aha. Lighter, lighter, lighter. God, where are you? Aha. Nice catch, Matthew. This lighter has got to be the one the killer used to ignite the Molotov cocktail that turned Spangler into a human torch. You're right, there's a weird splotch on it. Better collect a sample. And once you've restored this glass debris, I'm confident we'll have enough evidence to zero in on the killer. I'm counting on you, Matthew. Okay, I'll take the burnt lighter first. Great, let's not waste another minute and send these drops you isolated from the lighter off to Jan so we can nab Spangler's killer. Okay, 18 hours. Aha! It's the broken bottle. Deft hand, Matthew. So this glass debris was the killer's Molotov cocktail. You know what that means? It means we can file this bottle as our murder weapon. And once Jan is done analyzing this piece, the killer won't stand a chance. No, they won't. I'll get the remaining stars, and I'll get the results tomorrow evening. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the blue substance. What an epic hunch, Matthew. That sample you took from the killer's lighter holds a telltale clue about how they are dressed. How exactly? Is the killer covered in blue goo? Of course not. That liquid is alcohol used for eyewear maintenance, and more specifically for tinted glasses. So the killer wears sunglasses? Well, Matthew's going to send them where the sun never shines very soon. Molotov cocktail? A Molotov cocktail is the messiest murder weapon possible, Matthew. The killer surely should have thought about it twice, because that's one big mistake they made. The real mistake would be to not give us what you found out now, Jan. Of course, I managed to test the flammable compound from residue I isolated from the inside of the bottle. This compound turned out to be antiseptic for pierced ears. The killer used it as the flammable liquid to make their Molotov cocktail. Shiny, so the killer is wearing earrings. Time to go pull a killer's ears, Matthew. Normally, this is the most exciting part, Matthew, when you've collected enough evidence to put the killer behind bars. But today, I'm afraid. I'm afraid because Andrea is one of our suspects. And what if she's been hiding more secrets from us? Mark my words, Matthew. If she's the one who killed Spangler, I quit. She's not the one. She is not the killer. Chief Marquez doesn't have any burn marks on her.
What about Justin's influence over her? I mean, he saved her from the pen, gave her food and shelter.
She needed to survive, no doubt. She had to like what he liked.
Hardcore music and violence.
All the she's competent to stand trial, move ahead with the homicides first.
Pearl Montana is the one. You're a real clumsy Tomb Raider, Montana, leaving a shattered Molotov cocktail on the crime scene, really? Aren't archaeologists supposed to be neat? Oh, just my luck. Incompetent detectives. You came here to pin Spangler's murder on me? How could I ever kill him? He's the one who made me discover archaeology. Exactly. And then you helped him discover that cave, but you felt duped after he shut it down for his own agenda. That's absurd. I've dedicated my life to unveiling secrets. Why would I bury a friend who was on the brink of making contact with an alien civilization? How about we keep it down to earth, Montana? As in, you're a cave explorer, and it's not surprising you tied up Spangler with a spelunking harness before burning him. You're making sense of things that you shouldn't. I didn't burn Spangler. Oh, you didn't? You even burnt yourself. Look at you. Your parents never told you not to play with fire? I guess I should have known that you weren't just a crime scene sweeper, Sheriff Matthew. You're also smart. Well, what do you want me to say? I killed Spangler. The alien cave was the biggest discovery of my life. I was going to be the first woman to prove the presence of alien life on this planet. But Spangler wouldn't let me tell anyone about it. Why is it that scientific breakthroughs are still monopolized by men? Because the truth is, he didn't want to keep it secret. Oh no, he wanted to take all the credit and announce it as his own discovery. That's why I went to the festival, to stop him. I wanted to watch that filthy double-crosser burn, so I came prepared. I thought people would just accuse the hippies of going overboard, and they would have if it hadn't been for you. I'm not sure Spangler kept you away from that cave for the reason you think, Montana, but it doesn't matter. You're under arrest. Listen, Mrs. Montana, I know that Spangler's mustache was a crime against fashion, but was that reason enough to kill him? It's got nothing to do with whiskers. Without him, I wouldn't have been famous. Without him, I would have been famous. Famous for proving that aliens have been here among us for decades. But everyone knows that, dear. I had a French teacher in high school who came from planet Bagatron, and he blended in perfectly. Nice guy, really. I'm the one who discovered the whole truth about the aliens. I'm the new Columbus, Marco Polo, Neil Armstrong. Make a statue of me. Give me the Nobel Prize. All I can give you is a lifetime sentence for the murder of a U.S. Army colonel. Court is adjourned. I didn't expect to ever say this, but I'm sad to think Spangler won't be around to entertain us with his loony stories anymore. Don't you agree, Matthew? But he gave us one heck of a run, and he died wanting to redeem himself. That's important, I guess. I gotta say, I'm really glad that Andrea had nothing to do with Spangler's death after all. But now we're gonna have to deal with their own alien theories. Talking about Andrea, I should call her now and see how she's holding up. Sorry, Matthew, but I like to keep this conversation private.
Do you know if she did that before or after she was struck with amnesia? How do I know? Before or after she bought a bus ticket to...
And like I said, she is not the killer. Let me show you. Ezra Hope, no sunglasses. Agent Z doesn't spelunk. And see, Andrea Marquez was cleared from the beginning. I knew she was cleared from the beginning when she didn't have any burn marks on her body. Randolph, no earrings. It was Pearl, Montana. So I'll see you for the AI. Maps of the Stars, Part 6. Alright folks, we're back. Let's go to Maps of the Stars, Part 6. I know I will sound crazy, but listen carefully. The alien needs you, Sheriff Matthew. He seems to trust you, and he'll need your help to get back to his planet. Yes, you've already met him, and if something happens to me, you need to make sure neither the government nor the military recaptures him. Matthew, I've heard about what happened, and I'm worried about Andrea. Now Spangler's dead. She won't get the answer she so desperately wanted from him. Good idea. We should go back to the Oasis, Spangler's hideout. Who knows? We might yet find some answers for Andrea. Not this again. I'm so tired of all this alien nonsense. What do you say, Matthew? You think you can help me prove once and for all that aliens don't exist? I'm with you. Let's go back to the cave. See if we can debunk this whole thing. As you can see, I made it up to 2 stars already. Up to 2nd ranking already, I should say. Aha! Locked briefcase. I think these scores are kind of out of reach. So what did you find this time, Matthew? A briefcase? You're right, you'd better unlock it. $17 energy. Nice job unlocking that briefcase, Matthew, but what's that torn piece of paper inside it? I agree, that document must have been pretty important if keeping it under lock wasn't enough. Think you can piece it back together? That's what I plan to do. Got it. 16. Bingo! That torn paper was top secret. And look, there's a GIA logo on it, Matthew. Let's see, there's an alien and an arrow pointing to a man. What could it mean? Ah, I didn't see the text. Warning, the alien could now be anyone. Wait a second. Does that mean the GIA thinks the alien is disguised as a human? I still refuse to believe in these crazy alien theories, but I agree. We've got to go talk to Agent Z. About the GIA's document on aliens? Agent Z, Sheriff Matthew found a document of yours lying around. You'd better be more careful with this stuff. What made you think I didn't want you to find it? The agency has allowed me to share some information with you, but if you repeat anything I'm about to say, I have the right to make you disappear. Understood? As you know, Colonel Spangler helped an alien escape. We believe the alien could have taken on the form of a human. It could be anyone, even you. Keep your eyes open, Sheriff Matthew, and if you ever spot a human acting suspicious, call the GIA. That alien needs to be captured. And before I go, here's a little something to make your search a bit easier. Oh, thank you very much. 20,000 coins. Oasis now. Aha, Spangler's bag. Backpack. Stool. Pocket knife. Aha. 15 seconds. Not my best score, but I try. You want to look through Spangler's bag, Matthew. I feel bad about it, but it's the right thing to do. I agree. It's 3 coins now.
Excuse me. Your Honor, we're serving notice that will present a defense of extreme emotional disturbance.
Examine Spangler's bag.
He's alleged crimes while suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
It's almost like Andrea's file. Aha! Spangler's diary. So what did you find in Spangler's bag, Matthew? A diary? You're right, there's a photo of Andrea as a young girl in it. Let's read some of what's written. A small child showed me the crash site. There's no doubt about it. He's talking about Andrea. So Spangler wrote about their... Excuse me. So Spangler wrote about their meeting all those years ago? Quick, we need to send this diary to the lab.
Justin met Zoe on this hardcore message board, and the 3 of us started hanging out.
Okay, 12 hours.
What happened the Tuesday night that Zoe and her family were killed?
Zoe invited
But I think I'll speed this up.
sleepover, and after dinner,
So I checked out Spangler's diary, Matthew. He talked about a sweet girl who showed him the crash site, confirms of alien origin. So, does that mean Andrea really did meet an alien all those years ago? Well, that depends on whether you choose to believe Spangler or not. I can't prove nor disprove what he wrote. He goes on to say they took the alien to their base and that agents convinced everyone that Andrea was lying. I don't know what to think, Matthew. Could Andrea really have been telling the truth? Spangler adds that he felt bad about what he had to do, but orders were orders. You're right, Matthew. Whether this is all true or not, Andrea needs to know Spangler believed her. Let's go talk to her.
he asked Zoe about Tom.
I'm going to be replenishing myself a bit. Now let's let Andrea know. Chief, Matthew found Spangler's diary, and in it, he talks about meeting you as a young girl. He also explains how agents covered up the truth. He believed you. So I was right all along. I wasn't crazy. Well, at least Spangler seems to corroborate what you saw. You don't know how good it is to hear that after all these years, Matthew. It was like I was living a lie all my life, and suddenly I know the truth. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, Matthew. Come on, let's go celebrate. Burgers are on me. Why did you go and let Andrea think that she wasn't crazy to believe in aliens, Matthew? You saw what all this alien talk did to Spangler. Do you want her to end up the same way? It's sweet of you to worry about me, Frank, but I can make my own decisions about what's true or not. And I'll tell you something more. I think I'm going to need a drink. I'm convinced Randolph is the alien. What? But Andrea, can't you see? Randolph took Spangler for a ride, and now he's taking you for one too. Stop it, Frank. Now I like to meet Randolph, but he's gone missing. I'd like you to help me look for him, Matthew. Let's start with the festival grounds.
Killing yourself, is that right?
Yes. Justin did it.
Tell the jury where you live now.
Okay.
Because you've been found to be legally insane, subject to disorientation, and
10 minutes. I only have about 11. I only had 11 from the beginning, so I better hurry it up.
no more questions.
The photo on the left was found on the defendant's laptop. It was uploaded there from the camera. Compare this photo to the one
Faded message.
scene unit. You can see there are fewer footprints. This indicates his photo was taken at the murder scene.
Headdress.
Your Honor, the defense reserves our cross-examination of this witness until after we present our case.
The witness will remain available for recall.
Oh boy, I don't think I'm gonna finish this.
Excuse me.
Yes, Detective.
I know you, right?
Yes, CJ.
Flour, ice cream. There. I need to hurry this up. Well spotted, Matthew. There is Randolph's name on that piece of paper. The message reads, Randolph, if something ever happens, hide here. But of course, most of the message has been erased. Do you think you can recover it, Matthew? We need to find out where Randolph is hiding.
They kept showing the planes going into the towers, the people jumping over and over again. I turned it off, and he turned it back on. He was just 11.
And how did he react to those images?
For weeks, he'd wake up in the middle of the night.
Sorry guys, my camera ran out, my tablet ran out of film room. Aha! Great work recovering that message, Matthew. So Spangler told Randolph to hide if something ever happened. If ever something happened. Huh? Of course Spangler had to use coordinates to indicate the location. Let's ask Hannah to make sense of it. Okay, 12 hours. Okay, this time I'm going to let it run its course. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, I'm going to speed this up. So I decoded the coordinates where Randolph is hiding based on the message Spangler wrote to him. But I've been speaking to Frank, Andrea, and maybe he's right. Maybe you should just forget about this whole alien thing. Not a chance. I've been waiting all my life to meet the alien I saw as a little girl. But Andrea, how could Randolph be the alien you met 50 years ago? Anyway, he looks too young. It was 36 years ago. I'm not that old. Now give me those coordinates, Missy. Fine, but please, Matthew, would you mind going with her, just in case? You found Randolph. Please don't hurt me. Randolph comes in peace. Shh, it's okay. We're friends. We just want to talk to you. Well, you remind Randolph of a little girl he saw when he first landed on Earth, so Randolph will trust you. Randolph, you just said I reminded you of a little girl you saw when you first landed on Earth? Oh yes, that little girl was very nice, but then the military came to take Randolph away. Randolph, I was that little girl. Are you really the alien I met all those years ago? But of course, who else would Randolph be? But Randolph has been on Earth for so long. Randolph wants to go back to his planet. Will you help? I know Matthew still doubts you, but I don't. I'd have done anything to help you when I was 6, and I'll do anything I can to help you now. Good. Let's make special plans to help Randolph escape before the bad men catch him. But first, Sheriff Matthew, please take this. You will need it. What? I can't believe you decided to trust Randolph, Andrea. He's out there, but he's definitely not an alien. Stop it, Frank. He's alone, he's scared. And you've seen how many people are out there trying to catch him. The government, the military. Randolph needs our help escaping back to his planet. Spangler risked his life for him, and so should we. Randolph wants us to meet him tonight at an abandoned fairground, and that's where we'll be. If you ask me, this sounds like a trap. Matthew, don't let Andrea come with you. She's not thinking clearly. Oh, Frank, you should learn to have faith in people. And just think of it like this. If Randolph isn't an alien, we will just look foolish for helping him. But on the other hand, what if he really is an alien? What then?
Exactly what the U.S. Attorney says. He just filed an application for a writ of habeas corpus ad prosequendum. He wants to take over the prisoner and the prosecution. The police didn't waste any time running over there.
It wasn't the police. Somebody beat me to it.
Harry Morrison, she filed a supporting brief saying the state has consistently mishandled his prosecutions and Mr. Snow.
Okay, that will do. And I'll get started on the next case right now.